Hello, cyber friends, admitted man, coming back at you from Walker's Music. Yet another word. Word for today, evening edition, Saturday evening. Been a very interesting day, and we give God the praise. We give Him thanks, honor for life, health, and strength, for as well as it is. Let me see, can I straighten this camera out a little bit? Yeah, we want to give a shout out to the YouTube fam, Baby Justice, whether Big Papa JT as well as Mama JT. Y'all know what time it is. Anytime Harvest Game, Brother L.A., Kingdom Knowledge, Elder Michael McCrae, Elect Sister 777, Lady D, Sister Kate, Sister Linda, Grace Truth Teacher, Sister Maria, Sister Iraq, all of you that makes up the whole entire game. I just wanted to say today was a lazy day. One of them rare Saturdays and Sundays. Tomorrow will be another lazy day. I get a break and just laid around and sat around and just kind of watched a little television, TBN, and I was watching Billy Graham, classic Billy Graham crusades this evening, and I always watch them when I can, and I love Billy Graham. In my opinion, Billy Graham, and I don't care what, I know a lot of people say various things, but I try not to get involved in that kind of discussion. But nevertheless, I consider Billy Graham as being one of the greatest evangelists of the modern era of our time. And I won't only say the 20th century, but also the 21st century as well, as I said, in our modern era, in our time. And Billy Graham is one of the greatest evangelists in my opinion. I don't think there's another evangelist that has evangelized the world on the world scene in front of as many people as Dr. Graham. And I really give him his honor. Great man of God, and as far as I'm concerned. And I was sitting there. Now they had a movie they played after that, one of the Billy Graham classic movies, and I don't forgot the name of it, but anyway, I watched it on and off and everything. I had seen it before, but it's just good to sit back and reminisce. And the thought came to me while I was looking at these movies from the early 60s, and I was looking at how times have changed. I was just sitting there and just by looking at them, and then after the movie, Bill Gaither came on, and Dan Rather doing like a series about a documentary on one of the legendary singers, country western singer Johnny Cash. And I remember my great grandma was crazy about herself and Johnny Cash. I can remember the old days back growing up and sit around television on Saturdays and Saturday night and watch the various programs. And as a matter of fact, Johnny Cash had a series on at that time, I think around 69, I believe it was. He had a regular weekly show he came on, Johnny Cash, and we used to sit around and watch, and she loved his singing and everything. But I was just wondering, we just sitting there just reminiscing over the years about how simple things looked back in those days. Now I realize that some of you younger people that's on YouTube and whatnot, I know you don't know nothing about it, but those of us that are more than 40 years old or more should be acquainted with some of them days. It seems to me, and it may not be, it just might seem that way, but it seems like life was a whole lot simpler back then. And people look like to me they got along more better. They seemed like they had more genuine care for each other. Now everything is just like every man for himself. Nobody really concerned about nobody anymore. I can remember back when I was growing up as a child and how the people in the neighborhood, the older people, were well respected in the neighborhood. Kids had very, very much respect for their elderly people, and for grown people in period. Kids had respect, and they knew. I mean, in other words, you can disrespect a grown person you want to. Your mama found out about it, I guarantee you your butt would be so sore you'd be glad to behave. Well, the old days are gone bye-bye. But nevertheless, Millie Man would just want to share that with you all this evening and this afternoon. This evening rather. Now it's just about 7:38, and we just sometimes it's good. I often do that. I sit and when I watch these old movies and stuff like Billy Graham, and I see them classic things in them movies, and I see them classic cars, them 1967s and 57 Chevys and everything, and see how they used to ride the motorcycles even without the helmets and stuff. It was dangerous, but things wasn't just as, I guess like you said, the time has changed, and we know everything changed. Some things change for the worse though, people. I'm all for change, but I'm for change for the better, not for the worse. And this nation have gotten so far away from God until it ain't funny. That's the sad part. That's the change that I don't like. I don't like that. There used to be a time when Sunday afternoon people made their way on out to the church in the mornings, and they had the afternoon where they sat back on the porch and they sat back and enjoyed each other and thought about it and discussed what the sermon was on that day and whatnot. The old days are past and gone now. No one got time anymore. Everything's hustle, hustle, hustle. But at any rate, Millie Man just thought about it, just coming back, just giving a thought about just looking at the past and looking at the things of how this here country used to be and where it is now. Not saying that technology is good. I love technology, and I thank God for technology. But I just still feel there are some things and some traditions that should have been left in place, that should have remained. And that is good old family values, Bible principles, people loving each other, caring for each other. Those sort of things, those traditions should not have been changed. With that being said, remember, Millie Man said, whatever you get into, God is not in it. Best you come on out of it. This is Millie Man saying peace and goodbye.